What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we are continuing with Andor season 2, and we are on to the final arc of the series, and I am so excited to get into the final months leading up to Rogue One and up to the very moments of the start of Rogue One, I believe. Anyway, at least that's where I'm hoping we're going to end, right where it begins. But last we left off, we had the Norman massacre arc, which was really intense and insane. It just showed you how terrifying the Empire was, and Cassian being a part of it and surviving the massacre, luckily. And we also got to see Mon Mothma leaving the Senate, giving an unbelievable speech and directly calling out the Emperor. So no wonder she's being hunted down as viciously as she is, but now she is on Yavin thanks to Cassian's help again. And we also got to meet K2, so I'm really hoping we get to see Cassian and K2 go on some fun adventures in this final arc leading up to Rogue One and building their friendship. I hope K2 gets some moments to shine. I just can't wait to see this final arc. I've absolutely loved Andor. I've loved every second of it. I think it's some of the best Star Wars content out there you can find and watch. I highly recommend you do if you haven't seen it already, and I just can't wait to jump into this episode, guys. So I hope you can't wait to get into it with me. So without further ado, let's get into this episode. I hope you enjoy this reaction. Man, I'm gonna miss this intro. We're not gonna be getting any new episodes after this arc. It's all over. 1 year later. Oh. We're in the end game now. 1 BBY. We're in the final year. Final months leading to Rogue One. That Luthen's communication device going off. Claire looks like she was in bed. Jesus, Lonnie looks terrified.
Going like this is risky enough. Just promise me if it doesn't look perfect, you won't engage. Put your shirt in.
I don't like this meeting between these two because it feels like it's coming to a it feels like it's all coming to a conclusion, like it's coming to an
You came.
A meeting in the daytime.
I have had Dedra Miro's code cert for a year now. Total access. Her private storage. I knew if I told you, you'd push me to use it. But if she's on to you...
You went into her files?
I had a 2-hour window.
And you still don't know if she's coming after me or not?
I didn't have time.
She's definitely gonna know about Lonnie.
So now we're bargaining.
What's he found? Has he found the Death Star plans? Because, I mean, we could be there. Could he be the informant? Or one of them?
Crackdowns, the public order, the labor camps, Scarif.
Fronting for what?
A weapon. Orson Krennic's been building a secret weapon for over a decade. Colonel
He
Villar
knows.
wasn't even told until a month ago.
What kind of weapon?
Where will you take us?
Even Yularen didn't know until the final year before Rogue One.
Yavin.
Tell me about the weapon.
I can't believe it. Luthen knows about the plans for the Death Star. This is going to change everything in his mind. This obliterates any type of rebellion he was trying to build. Look at his facial expression. It is! I was going to say, is that a Lothcat? No! He killed Lonnie!
Gorman, Scarif, Kyber.
Oh my god, no way!
Scarif, fuel from Gorman, Kyber from Jeddah. ISB.
We got a Galen Erso mention!
No, I'm doing the comms.
No, you're not.
I'll be faster.
I'll do the burn. Just be waiting for me. Go.
I really don't like this. I think Luthen's gonna sacrifice himself because he knows Dedra's was onto Lonnie and onto him, and now Lonnie being dead. Destroying the communication device. Oh my god, is it going to be Dedra? Is Dedra here?
I've passed by here many times. I've always wanted to come in.
And here you are, at last. Luthen Rail.
Dedra Miro. So calm here. Peaceful.
Hey, there's a Kalikori.
Can I
Is that a
tell you how much
Kalikori? A Twi'lek heirloom. I'm pretty sure it is. Hera's got one in Rebels. And that's a Temple Guard mask. I love seeing Luthen's antiques.
Any guesses? Have a look. I thought this was a fake.
And we got Queen Amidala's headpiece.
60 centuries old. Probably ceremonial.
Oh, no way. That's the same species as Kit Fisto.
I have a few items on consignment.
In that case, I may have something for you.
Oh, it would have to be stunning.
Now I'm nervous. What if it's not?
Oh, what's she got?
You come all this way.
I love that wordplay. That's the
Imperial Starpath unit.
that's it. That's the thing that Cassian and Luthen had in the first arc.
What do you think?
What Cassian stole.
You don't want free. You want chaos. Chaos for everyone but you. Ruin the galaxy and then run back to your ridiculous wig and little workshop.
How come?
She knows he wears a wig. Oh, she can see the transmitters being destroyed. What's he doing?
Turn around. Turn around! Or be stunned!
Oh my god, has he stabbed himself to make Dedra look responsible? And now she's gonna look like the ISB mole as well because Lonnie's dead. And now Luthen's been stabbed. I think Luthen's setting her up. Oh my god, I think Luthen's setting her up. He's setting up Dedra to be the mole, the traitor. At least I think so. I really think he is. I really think he's setting up Dedra. Oh, Claire's seeing him taken away. So I think this is the plan. I think this was the plan. Because Dedra looks like... Oh, Dedra looks like the mole now, like covering her tracks.
I'll let him tell you. About Young. You just got word 3 minutes ago.
No, this thing with Miro.
Supervisor here.
God, they don't even care about Young. Just interested in Dedra.
You have every right to be upset. She's been warned about stepping over boundaries before.
Young is dead. That's why I'm late. They just found him in a park across town.
They hadn't been informed yet. There's a bloody blade, and I'm pretty sure he got Dedra's prints on it. I think he set Dedra up to be the mole. Oh my god, no way! That's the Mortis God's hands. We see that in the Clone Wars and Rebels. That's so cool. I love Luthen's shot. That's so cool. The Kalikori in the background. There was even a Gungan skull in there, I'm pretty sure. At least it looked like one, or something very similar. Transmission machine is completely destroyed. Oh man, look at the apartment. It's completely run down and destroyed. It's in complete contrast of when Bix and Cassian was living in Luthen's old apartment, where it was like a home. Now it's just gone, destroyed. Oh my god, look at her. She's shaking with anger and fear. She having oh, is this a flashback? Radio communication. We got a young Luthen. There's a lot of fighting going on outside, and he looks terrified. Oh, what's that? 2 devices. Luthen needs some alcohol. What is going on? Could Luthen be part of The Imperial military or like a military? Oh, I think he's part of the Imperials. I think it would be better. I think he's a part of the Imperial military.
Stop rushing.
He's so terrified. And Clea's the one with these memories, so she must be... How does she remember it? Was she there? Are we seeing this through Clea's perspective?
Make it stop! Make it stop!
I think they're attacking Clea's homeworld. And she's hiding in the ship.
Had to be about 50 of them in there.
I said I heard it.
How many burners you got? He wants that whole street out there on fire. Your radio's off, by the way.
Couldn't handle it that much. He turned off his radio. He just doesn't want to listen to it. He's a part of the Imperial military and he's a sergeant. So he's actually committed some of these massacres, and that's why he's so against the Empire. Oh, he heard something. Oh, Claire's just a little kid and she's hiding. Hides her in the ship. So that was the origin to how Luthen and Claire met. He led an attack on her home world. She hid in his ship, but you could tell he didn't want to be a part of it. Claire looks like she's on a mission. I think she might be going to rescue Luthen, or try anyway. I don't know if it's possible. He's gonna try and break Luthen out. Imperial's guarding the elevator.
When can I have him?
For what?
I need him talking.
Still on the operating table.
We'll be taking command of this hallway. You need to clear everyone immediately.
These are my patients.
Then I'm sure you'll do a better job moving them than we will.
Dedra is a bossy bitch. Look how angry she is. She's so psychotic. Claire's hurt herself. Oh, she's hurt herself to get into the medical block. Luthen taught her so well. Oh wow, I don't even think... Did she even actually hurt herself? What is she looking for in here? Like lunch. Oh, could it be like lockers? Is she looking for medical clothes? Yeah, I think she is. Okay. Okay, Claire, I see you. Couldn't make out what that species was in the Bacta tank. Oh, ISB agents are going up to the 19th floor. Oh, I wonder how this is gonna go. I don't think they're gonna be happy with Dedra.
I have a call in to Partagaz.
Well, we'll have that forwarded for you.
What does that mean?
You're under arrest, Dedra.
She is getting arrested.
I have to talk to Partagaz.
He sent me.
Let's get this sorted.
I think Luthen's actually set her up. I think she's gonna get... Oh my god, she's actually getting arrested. She's gonna get framed as the spy. I'm sure of it. I'm almost certain of it. Lonnie's deaf and Luthen's in critical.
What are you looking for?
It's worth 40. I know I'll never get that out here, so 20.
I'll give you 7.
We both know.
He's offered him 7.
Right. This your daughter?
Yes.
Is that got sentimental value? Because I could go up to 9.
Probably the
20.
first
10
time he
for
said
mine,
that.
20.
Zuli, back by the gate.
Suli, and she's a thief.
20.
She's not backing down.
Sold, but no smile.
She actually got a way better deal than Luthen. She got over double what he was getting offered.
Everything else is up for grabs. I didn't mean to upset you.
I'm not upset. Just hungry.
Let's see.
It's not your typical relationship, but that's definitely a father-daughter relationship, and we're getting to see the start of it and how they met. I find this so cute. But that to me is confirmed that Luthen he was a part of the military and he deserted. He's a deserter, so that's why he became Luthen real.
We'll check in down here then. Let them know.
She's just along for the ride. She has no idea what's going on.
Prepare some mark.
Any more where this came from?
And they're marching prisoners through the streets.
Through.
You can have it for 80. We're leaving.
Oh my god, there's kids.
We're leaving. Bring here for us. You're on your own.
He's left. I mean, he's got to go if they notice him. He's a deserter. He would get executed. Oh my god, is this a firing squad? It is. They're executing them all. And there's kids in there. Oh my god, and Clea witnessed it. Oh my god. That's awful. That's absolutely awful.
All you know now is how much you hate. You bank that, you hide that. You keep it alive until you know what to do with it. And when I tell you to move, you move.
This is the slow beginnings in their fight back against the Empire. This is the origin to everything. He is trying to keep her safe in his own way, I suppose. Even if he comes across like a dick. She's holding that device almost like a shield.
You're gonna have to turn back. There's no access here.
I was sent for Dr. Nash.
This unit is closed.
Is she concealing it? She was. Oh my god, she is such a badass. Claire is such a badass. How is she gonna get over to Luthen though? There's way too many guards.
How many do you think there are?
50, maybe more. About 80.
What is that? Is it like a detonator?
How long do we have?
Look around.
Is this... Have they been on Naboo? I did think the clothing looked very familiar.
Think about where you are.
Think about where you are. They're on Naboo! They're on Naboo! Oh! So Claire's from Naboo.
Life shows us what we stand to lose. Most people look away. We can't be like that.
I just got that wrong. She's not from Naboo because they've been traveling planets.
I lived most of my life without ever realizing that that was a possibility.
You're afraid.
I'm only afraid of what I'm doing to you.
I know what I want.
He does care about her.
Why are you doing this?
Because today it's real.
You promised.
I lie. Get used to it.
Suppose that wasn't a lie. It was a test. He just wanted to see if she was committed. Oh my god, what's it going to blow up? Is it going to blow up the bridge in the background? Oh, it blew up the tanks on the bridge. It blew up the tanks. This is the start of Clea and Luthen's rebellion. This is their first stands against the Empire. Not long after they met either. Oh wow. What a touching origin story for the two of them. This episode's been unbelievable. Oh, she's blowing up all the tanks out the front. That's why they showed us the tanks to begin with. And now it's the perfect cover just to get through. She's nailed that stormtrooper in the head. Perfect headshot. I like how she drags this Imperial over, but leaves a stormtrooper out in the hallway. Blocking anybody from seeing the room. Come on, Clay, you need to get him out of there. Or are you going to be able to? Barely breathing. Oh my god, she's killing him! Oh my god. Clea killed Luthen. She did it to... Oh my god, but she did it to save him. She did it to save him from being interrogated by the Empire. And killed that way because it would have been so much worse. Oh my god. She had to kill her dad. Luthen's gone. Just like that, he's gone. And she wanted it to be her as well and not him. Oh my god, man. What an unbelievable episode, and what a really, really sad ending. It hasn't hit me properly yet, I don't think, because I was just a bit caught off on what was happening. Luthen was such a great character. The overall development in him was amazing. I loved it ever since we were introduced to him in the first episode. I loved his alter ego. I loved how he started the rebellion in the early stages. And he's responsible. He is the reason the rebellion is where it is now, to a point where we can eventually get the Death Star plans from Scarif and go into A New Hope. He's the reason any of this is possible, because he started from so early and he used very, very small cells to create as much chaos as he could within the Empire and build up rebellions and insurgencies in other areas. And he had a really, really touching backstory with Clea. I can't believe he was an Imperial Sergeant, and he had a different name. He was called Sergeant Leia in the Imperial military, and they were attacking Clea's homeworld, obviously massacring the population, and she was hiding on the ship trying to survive. And you could tell from the minute we met him, he was broken by it, and he just couldn't live with himself with what was going on. And when he found her, he kept her safe and hidden, and then he ended up deserting the Empire and obviously looking after her, essentially adopting her, taking her in and raising her. And I liked the little scene where you saw Clea play that market woman into persuading her to pay a lot more than she was offering Luthen. I loved seeing the building of their relationship, and that's when they acknowledged the father-daughter dynamic that they have. Regardless of if they play it sometimes and they don't others, they have a father-daughter relationship. He raised her from a kid, and he raised her in the way of the rebellion and fighting the Empire, which I love as well, because we see that from such an early age. I love the development in Clea this episode as well. I'm talking about Luthen specifically because this was his swan song. But Clea was, oh my goodness, she stole the show this episode. I loved the character depth we got with her, and seeing her grow up and witnessing that firing squad executing the kids and the civilians in the town. And I believe that potentially could have been Naboo, because they also then blew up the bridge, and that was definitely on Naboo, which was really cool to see. Nice little throwback to the prequels, which is nice. I just love Naboo. I love anything related to the prequels. So that was a nice little aesthetically, visually pleasing thing to see, and I really like the idea of seeing that. I also love the idea of Luthen's line of saying, think about where we are, because I think that had like a double meaning. I think it was a meaning for the viewers to be like, think where you are, look and think about what it resembles, Naboo. And I also think that's like a subtle dig at the Emperor, because I'm pretty sure his home planet's Naboo. And like the idea that the very first rebellion attack, very small nonetheless, but still happening, and their very first rebellion attack was on Naboo. I quite like the sort of double meaning behind it. I thought that was really cool. I loved the meeting between Dedra and Luthen to begin with, and their dynamic. I loved the wordplay between them, and how you could see they were hiding their true emotions behind their faces and their demeanor at the beginning of the conversation, and as it got to the revelation of the Starfinder unit, it all came out, and you could see like Dedra's anger and hatred towards Luthen, and Luthen's sort of like disgust and sort of glee in a way at how he's managed to protect the rebellion and everything from Dedra's grasp, and he's the only one there. But I also think he's planned that all specifically to set her up as the rebel spy. I really think he's set it up, because he's killed Lonnie, which very similar parallel to Cassian killing, what was his name on the Rings of Kafrene, when he tells him about the Death Star plans. It's Tavik? I think it's Tavik. When he tells Cassian kills him then, and that's very similar to what he did to Lonnie after Lonnie told him about the cover-up for the Death Star. And then stabbing himself, with Dedra and him being the only two in his shop to begin with the other agents all surrounding the building, the Imperials, not witnessing anything. It could easily be interpreted that Dedra was the rebel spy and she's trying to cover her tracks, and it could be along any of those lines. I'm really interested to see where that goes, especially with the fact that she got arrested. I think she is going to prison. Imagine if she ended up in the same prison, or like one of the same prisons as like Cassian, because I imagine they have them scattered all over different planets, which is obviously what they did, because when Cassian got sentenced, there was so many different transports taking him to different places and different planets. So imagine if Dedra ends up in one of those. That would just be amazing. But this episode didn't have any Cassian at all. Yeah, this episode didn't have any Cassian at all, and it was arguably one of the best. It was completely focused on Luthen and Claire, their relationship, their origin story, and also the ending of their relationship. It did worry me, their meeting to begin as well. I was worried, but I didn't think it would end with Luthen's death like this. And Claire killed Luthen, and the more I think about it, I think she's killed him to save him from the Empire, because I think they were going to interrogate him, and I think they were going to torture him. And eventually Luthen would have broke, despite not wanting to. It just would have been impossible, and then everything he built he would have given up on, and he just couldn't live with himself for doing that. So I think this was the plan all along. I think the plan was to have that person die, and I think that's why Claire wanted it to be her, but Luthen wouldn't allow her to. It was his responsibility, it was his mission, and this was his ending. And what an ending it was. Unbelievable episode. Like, honestly, there was so many more things I could talk about in this episode, guys. Like, it's just, there was so many parallels. Like, I love the parallel between like the apartment when Claire's in there all alone, and you think back to like Cassian and Bix when they were in the apartment, and like it was like a home, and that was only a few years prior, and it's all run down and beaten to indicate how much has changed and how much worse it's become. I really liked the little Easter eggs we got in Luthen's shop to begin with, like the Calicori, which again is a Twi'lek heirloom, and I remember it vividly from Star Wars Rebels because Hera has one. We also saw the Jedi Temple mask. We saw the Mortis Gods engravings on that piece of rock, and we also saw a Gungan skull, and we saw Queen Amidala's helmet again, but I'm pretty sure we've seen that one before. Just, I love seeing all those Easter eggs and stuff. I think it's so interesting to see. I like the idea of it. We also got like the mention of like Galen Erso, which is just crazy. I'm like mind blown that we're so close now. All these things are tying in together. I'm expecting many more references going into the final 2 episodes. Like, I really do think this is some of the best content Star Wars has put out there and for so long. And I'm just so excited to see the final 2 episodes. But I'm also really sad because I don't want it to end, because the series has just been amazing. I'm sure you guys feel the same as me, or I'm sure some of you guys feel the same as me at least. So I don't know what to expect. What's going to happen in the final episodes? Like, now Claire is all alone on Coruscant. Like, she is going to get hunted, surely, because they knew that there was a woman nurse in there that left the building. The ISB agents saw her towards the end, but she got out, so she's going to be getting hunted. How is she going to get off Coruscant? Is she going to die in the next episode? Like, surely not. Surely Cassian has to, like, come back and save her. Maybe that's going to be maybe that'll be one of Cassian's final missions, is coming back to Coruscant to save Claire. That would be cool, because I don't want to see her die as well. Like, I'm devastated about Luthen, but it just hasn't hit me yet, the emotional weight of his death, I suppose. It really is, like, he did it in such a noble way. And the plan behind it, I feel like, is still being hatched. Like, I feel like the plan regarding his death is to set Dedra up and to take her off, like, the trail of, like, Cassian and such. And hopefully help the rebellion into eventually getting the Death Star plans as well, because of what he found out. I think that just amplified it. And the idea that, you know, he was going to be inevitably caught, like how Lonnie was inevitably going to be burnt. I also haven't spoken about Lonnie enough this episode, because he died in the start of the episode, but I did mention the parallel between the deaths, which was a very, very nice touch. It's sad that he died after all he has given to the rebellion and the promise that Luthen made to protect them, and he had to kill him to keep the secrets. Well, you could argue he did and he didn't. Luthen didn't want to take the risk. He just didn't see the possibility worth risking for trying to save Lonnie and get him off world. And he thought, and I'm also thinking, he thinks if he takes Lonnie out of the equation, then his family will be safe. So Luthen's got quite, like, 10-step ahead mind, sort of, when it comes to things like that. And also he's quite as sad as it is, he's quite brutal when it comes to that sort of thinking. I'm definitely sure it crossed his mind that they would be safe if he died, so he would probably much rather settle for that than trying to save Lonnie with the added amount of risk. So yeah, I wanted to mention that as well. But I really, really did enjoy this episode, start to finish. I loved that Cassian wasn't in it, despite the fact I don't love Cassian not being in his own episodes, because I thought this story was really, really well centered. I loved Luthen and Claire taking the leads, and their origins coinciding with what was happening in present day was just a perfect way of storytelling it. I really, really loved it, and I can't wait to get into the final 2 episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. But I think this is where we're going to end it now, guys, so I hope you all did enjoy this reaction, and if you did, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe for more. I do really appreciate all your support, guys. It does mean the world to me, so thank you for that. Stay tuned for the next Andor reaction. We've only got 2 of them left, so not long now until the finale. Let's hope it's a brilliant one, and let's hope we can revel in it leading into Rogue One. But take care, everyone, and I will catch you all in the next one.